Dear students, now we will see in some videos we will see, that is chapter number 10 of class 11, working with NumPy, that is page number 300 of your 11th class book. Page 300 of your 11th class book. First function is FromIter function. Okay, this function is used to create array from numeric as well as non-numeric sequences. Syntax is given on page number 300. This is the syntax. This is the syntax. Okay. Now, you see here, I'll be giving you 5 examples. Okay. These 5 examples are from dictionary, string, list, tuple, and using all the arguments. Just now I have shown you the syntax using all the arguments. Okay. So, first one is, you can see here, created through dictionary. This is dictionary. Through this, you see, I have imported NumPy facility. Then this ADICT dictionary, this dictionary is used here, ADICT. Okay, data type is given. Array is created. Since data type is in 32, only you see the key values are picked up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the, you see, array element. They are the array elements. Okay. Then this is string. Through string, now FromIter function, it takes this ASTR as argument, and data type is U2. You can refer to table, that is 10.1 for this U2. It is Unicode characters taking 2 spaces. Okay. Then you can see here, this array AR6 is created. It is printed. So this is the array which is, you see, that is created through this string. Okay. Then next comes through list. List also has got A, B, C, D, E, these arguments. Through list, again emitter function, array is created, and this is the array. Okay. Then through tuple, you see, this is this FromIter function. This data type is U, that is, we can see here U1. Okay. So you can see here tuple has got values 1.5, 2.5. These are the floating point values. But when you create this, what do you get? You get, that is due to data type U1 means the Unicode character string type. That's why you get 1, 2, 3, 4 within quotes. Okay. Because of data type, this array has got elements 1, 2, 3, 4, not 1.5, 2.5. Are you getting it? Okay. Then next we come to here, that is, we are creating this array, that is through FromIter function. All the arguments are passed. Third argument also. First argument is that is the any sequence. Second one is data type. Third one is count. Counting 11 characters only. So that's why it goes up to, you can see the array created is only up to gone. Okay, not the whole of the string it has taken. Whole of the string is this. This is whole of the string. Okay, but it is gone up to only here, gone. Okay, because we have taken count 11. Then it comes to the next. That is, these all examples are in your book. Then we create, you see, that is, then we come to the next function. That is, you see, one more is there. That is, AR8 is created from FromIter. That is, dictionary is taken. This dictionary ADICT. Okay, this dictionary ADICT is taken as, you see, argument here. Alright, and then it is created. We can see here the data type is int 16, count 3. So this dictionary had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as keys. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as keys, but here it is giving only, since count is 3, it is giving keys 1, 2, 3. Okay, and data type is int 16. Data type is int 16 we are taking. Okay, then we come to the next function, that is your arange function. Arange function, you can see here, arange function creates NumPy arrays, okay, with evenly spaced values within a specified numeric range. Okay, within a specified numeric range. I am showing you the syntax of this one. That is, you can see here, this is on page number 302 of your book. Okay, this is the syntax. This is the syntax. It has got arrange function takes start, stop, step, and d type. Out of that, stop is only compulsory. Other 3 arguments are optional because they are kept in big bracket. Okay, this you are supposed to understand. Now I will show you. First example will be only, that is with the stop value, and second example will be, you see, that is with, I will show you, that will be with all the arguments. Okay, so you can see here, that is first example will be array using only stop value, and second example will be using all the arguments. Okay, first example will be only using stop value, second example with all the arguments. So I am showing you, this is only the stop value, this is only, just a minute, I will show you. Yes, this is only the stop value used. You can see here, I will scroll it up. You see here, this is only stop value used. Can you see? Stop value is 7, so it starts from 0. You know this, how Python works. Okay, only stop value is given. In other functions also we have used. So 0 to 6, not 7. Okay, then next one is, you see, all the arguments used. Means start value is 1, 7 is the stop value, 2 steps, and the array should be of float 32 type. Data type is float 32. So now this array is not numeric. Okay, it is float type. 1.2, 1.3.55 point, because step is 2. Okay, 1 to 6 it is gone, and 1.3.5 point. Okay, alright. Then we come to the next one. Next function is, that is line space. Line space generates evenly spaced, you see, elements between two given limits. Okay, generates evenly spaced elements between two given limits. Okay, it is on page number 303. Okay, now let us see this example of line space. Only one example is there. We have to start from 2.5 and last value should be 5, and you see, evenly spaced 6 values we want. Evenly spaced 6 values from 2.5 to 5. So they are how many? That is up to 6. Okay, 6 values we want. So you can see the output 2.53, 3.54, 5, this one. Okay, 4.5 to 5. Okay, dear students, now creating two-dimensional NumPy arrays using array function. Okay, so once we will create with, that is through list, then through tuple. Okay, and then we will be making use of reshape function, arrange function. Okay, so I'll show you practically. So here, this is NumPy array is created, imported a NumPy facility as NP. This is the, you see, list. Okay, nested list, because we have to create two-dimensional array. Each list becomes a row. Okay, array function, this list is passed. Okay, two-dimensional array, 2 rows are there. Okay, then a tuple, there are 4, you see, that is this is nested tuple. Okay, so 4 tuples within a tuple, you can see here. So this is, you see, you can see, that is T1 is passed, and you can see two-dimensional array, 4 rows, 2 columns. Previous one had 2 rows, 3 columns. This one has got 4 rows, 2 columns. Okay, then if you are going to give just one argument in arrange function we have already done. Okay, so we have this, only stop value is given. So stop value is 10. So 0 to 9, but 1D array is created. But if it is done this way, this AR which is created as 1D array, it can be reshaped. How? We pass 5, 2. So what is this 5? 5 rows and 2 columns. So this way it gets reshaped, it becomes 2D array. Okay, then comes this one. You can, you see, reshape it as 2, 5. So 2 rows and 5 columns. So 2 rows, 5 columns. Okay, then you see here, this is directly, means we have done, this is, I will show you, I will scroll and then I will show, just a minute. See here, creating also through, you see, that is arrange function and reshaping both. Arrange function gets only one argument, that is the stop value. So it starts from 0, okay, 0 point to 7 point. Okay, these are the values they are considered, and 2, 4. So there are altogether 8 values. So you see 2 rows and 4 columns. Then you see you can display each array through this one, so not using print function but directly ARY. Its output is different. Can you see here no commas are there after every element, but here there are commas, and you can see some more extra brackets are there. Okay, so this was practically I showed. You see 2D array creation, alright, through array function, then you see using arrange function and reshape function with 2D arrays. Okay, now I will show you some more. I will give you some more information, but I will show you in the book that topic. Okay, so let us see now. Here this is the topic, page number, it is, you can see here 305. Okay, page number 305. This is the topic. Here you can see here it says that how NumPy arrays are internally stored. NumPy arrays, when they are stored internally, they occupy a lot of space. You see, it is regardless of their data type. Why? Because so lot of information is stored. NumPy arrays, they have got header. Header stores data part, okay, dimensions, strides. Alright, so what are these? Let me show you through this diagram. Okay, this array we are going to consider. This is it. Okay, there are 3 rows and you see, can you see 3 rows, 3 columns. Alright, now in this array we will see data type. Data type is float 32. Data type is float 32 type. Okay, then dim count is 2 dimensions. You see, that is rows and columns 2. Alright, in each dimension you see that is two dimensions. First dimension 3 rows, second dimension 3 columns. Alright, then comes strides, means in each row how many bytes? So 4 bytes, because this is float 32. If you refer to 10.1 table, alright, you will know float 32 data type takes 4 bytes of space. It takes 4 bytes of space. It is shown also here. Okay, 4 bytes. Alright, so each one takes 4 bytes. So each row takes 12 bytes. Okay, so strides means this side we will be writing 12 bytes. Okay, means one row 12 bytes and one item, each element takes 4 bytes. Okay, so this is explained. Alright, now what does it say? This is, you can you see this? I'll just show you. AR3 has got 3 rows, alright, and 3 columns. Its data type is int 16. Sumita Arora says int 16 takes only 2 bytes of space. Only 2 bytes of space. 9 elements are there, 2 bytes of space. Means altogether array must use how many bytes? 9 into 2 is 18 bytes only. But when this get size of function is done for this AR3, it takes how many bytes? It 56, means so much of extra space it needs to store all this information which I have previously explained to you. Okay, so this is about the memory storage. Okay, dear students, now some alternative array creation methods. Okay, it is on page number 306. First one we will see is empty function. Empty function creates array with any random garbage values. It is on page 306. Okay, its syntax I am showing you. Syntax is, you can see here, first of all shape. Shape is compulsory, other all the arguments data type is there. Okay, then order C or F, they are all optional. Okay, only shape is to be given. Alright, that is compulsory. Now you see shape means the dimensions 3 by 2, this way we will give. Okay, C means you see arranging the rows of the array in columns of memory, and F means arranging rows of the that is columns of the array in columns of memory only. Okay, so this is all about this, the arguments. Now let me show you the executed one. See here, empty function. Alright, I have imported. Then you see empty function. First it did not work, but second time it worked. First one, this one you see, that is, this one is compulsory. This dimension you are supposed to give it compulsorily. Then you see data type also I have given, it worked. Alright, 3 comma 2. Since we did not say what will be the values, so it has taken random float values. By default, you see the data type is float. But when I have given int 8 for AR1, AR2, okay, so you can see here this is AR1 created with only this argument. It is default float type. For AR2 I have given int 8, so you can see they are of integer type, okay, and all the values are zeros, okay. Here this is taken as random garbage values. Garbage means whatever values are in the memory, these values are only used, okay, they are called garbage values. I will show you this part in the book also. You see here, no data type specified, so by default it is float. Then data type specified as int, okay, for this AR2. Alright, then you can see here empty function creates an array with random garbage values. Alright, then we come to second function, that is zeros function, okay. Zeros creates an array, okay, specified with or with specified size and type, okay, but filled with zeros, okay. So I will show you zeros function. This is zeros function. You can see zeros function. This argument is the shape is compulsory. Data type is same way, it is not compulsory, but I have given order also here given C. Alright, what is the order? That hardly matters for you in the output, okay, that is for memory. You can see the array is filled with 2 comma 3 array filled with zeros, okay. Then we come to the next, that is ones, okay. Ones function. Ones creates an array with specified size and data type but filled with ones. Can you see? Filled with ones, okay. So I am showing you that is filled with ones. Can you see here? Shape is to be anyway provided, okay, that is compulsory, provided, even this size also provided. Alright, so filled with ones, 1.1 point, float 32, it is data type is given, that's why you see they are 1.1 point. Are you getting it? Okay, then we come to your books, page number 308. Page number 308, there is a table, and in this table some functions are mentioned, not executed. I am showing you executed ones, okay. So this is the page 308. I will show you each function. Now we come to the next, that is I function. I function, okay. Let me scroll the screen, okay. I function. Okay, I function. You can see I, only 5 is specified, means it creates an array of size 5 by 5 by default. You see 5, only 5 is given, second that is the dimension also it takes 5, okay, and default data type is, you see, float 32. Alright, float type, okay. Then next is full. We have provided the dimensions here and 6. Okay, so what does it take? As per the dimension, 2 by 3 array is created, filled with 6, value 6. Alright, so if you don't want array to be by default with filled with zeros or ones, then you make use of full. You can specify any value and with that it will be filled. Then it comes to random, okay. Random facility we are using, random class and its array function. We have provided this 3 comma 4. 3 comma 4 is only the, you can see, that is the dimension specified. 3 comma 4 is the dimension specified, okay, and array created is, you see, that is 3 rows, 4 columns, each one filled with a random value, okay. Random means any value, whatever computer finds at that particular moment, okay, but between 0 and 1, between 0 and 1 only, between 0 and 1 only, okay. Then it comes to another one, np.random, okay, that is, you can see 4 comma 5 is the direction, multiplied by 100 means the values will be from 0 to 100, values will be from 0 to 100. 4 rows, you can see 4 rows, 5 columns, values between 0 to 100, okay. Then it comes to the next, that is, you can see here this one, random array in the int. Okay, first argument is that is 5. Okay, 5 tells, you see, that the values are going to be between 0 to 4. 5 tells that the values of array going to be between 0 to 4, and you can see the dimension is specified by size is equal to. Okay, so 2 rows, 3 columns, and values between 0 to 4. Okay.